Here's my video walk around of a 2010 R1. Selling some of my other bikes right now. So I just bought this one. It's got about, when I bought it, it had 0 miles on it. Now it's got 600, so I'm starting to put some mods on it. First thing I did, take off the mirrors. I started on a bike, a track bike that didn't have mirrors, so I'm just used to looking behind me. I'm used to, looking at how cars move to see if, someone's come up on my tail real fast. I'm just used to it, so I took them off. I understand that people are going to flame me for safety, but, riding a motorcycle is a risk in the first place. So, same thing with the turn signals. I gassed those and put some flush mounts in there. At night, they're actually pretty bright, but during the day, you can't see them at all. And they reside pretty deep in there, so they don't really have any function except for plugging the holes that those ugly UFO orange saucers were in. Forks, I took off some stupid reflector crap on there, cleaned it up real well. ASV levers, they're shorty, black, unbreakable. Never order these unless and call ASV first and make sure they have them in stock, because usually ASV, they only cut the metal that they need. They don't usually ever stock their shelves. So I mean, it's smart for their business, but at the same time, it kind of sucks for a customer because I had to wait 4 weeks for these. It sucked. Has electronic stabilizer on it, so I doubt I'll be putting one on there. Rear sets, definitely going to get those. A lot of people ask me about this exhaust. It's an RLS slip-on. It was only $200. Sounded to me like a deal to me. Sounds absolutely ridiculous. I mean, at low RPMs when you're just riding, it's a little obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little obnoxious. But when you give it, and you get up, higher 6,000 to 7,000 RPMs and up, oh my God, it sounds awesome. It sounds amazing. I'm going to eventually go with the Graves low mount, but for $1,600 and the RLS only being $200, I decided to get this until I can afford that one or even justify that one. I mean, I know Graves is a great company, but $1,600, that's a lot of money, and that's for the full titanium one. I wouldn't go with the stainless just because I would want the titanium one. But yeah, so that's in the works as of right now. I'm waiting. I think it gives the back of the bike more of an M1 look. It looks way more like the M1 bike. There's a company called Catalyst Composites. They make race bodies that I used for my R6 one time, and they make an undertail for the R6 that actually plugs up those holes. So I'm going to get that, and I got a buddy who's a painter. He's going to match that paint for me. Eventually that'll be on there. That's a works competition limited plate mount. This thing right here, this billet little light, is actually a LED. Shines on it, real clean looking. I kept those passenger pegs, but I think I'm probably gonna gas them. Yeah, definitely gonna gas those. I got the rear swing arm spools. It just makes oil changes and stuff easier. For sure, said rear sets, because that looks retarded. So yeah, rear sets are definitely going to happen soon. Vortex for sure. I've had them before and they work awesome. Other than that, that's basically my bike. Also, a new gas cap, because that is by far one of the dumbest looking gas caps I've ever seen in my life. Vortex makes a real cool push-in one, keyless one, which I like a lot. But that's the bike. I'll have sound clips of it. In fact, I'll start it now just so you can hear it. This is taken on a cell phone, so a cell phone probably won't even be able to pick up the sound, but I'll start it. So if that probably sounds terrible on the cell phone, so but in person, if I had to compare the sound to something, I would probably compare it to an STI, a Subaru STI with a straight pipe. I had one of those with a straight pipe, and that's basically how loud it sounded, and very noticeable. It's almost like a safety feature. People can hear you coming. I admit though that exhaust it does drone on the highway. So if you ride on the highway a lot, maybe pick a new one. But I think it looks great. Bike looks sweet. Looks like a Stormtrooper. Have any questions? Write them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them. Otherwise, I'll update you guys every now and then as I'm putting mods on this thing. I think next will be my HID kit I bought. I'm just waiting to put it in. HID kit. Remove the passenger pegs. And probably stainless steel brake lines. Brakes are real, not super spongy, but I'm used to a lot tighter brakes, especially the rear one. Just feels light. So stainless steel lines. And that's probably it. I'll keep you updated.